Hey, my name is Seth Tower Hurd, and I am the founder of Digital Podcast Farm. I spent the first 10 years of my career in traditional media, including a nationwide Emmy-winning TV show as an on-camera talent, and a morning and afternoon show host on a syndicated radio network reaching hundreds of thousands of people. And I also actually continue to write for a magazine reaching more than 7 million people. So I've long been in the business of reaching other people with ideas. Currently, I actually am involved with podcasts every single month that total more than 70,000 downloads every 30 days. So the first question I always get asked is, what equipment do I need to do a podcast? And I think that you need to think about that conversation a little bit differently, because all podcasts, in my opinion, should also be video. So I'm going to answer the video part and then the audio part. And I do need to warn you right now that if you don't get the audio great, it doesn't matter how good you are. Like, you can do lo-fi video and get away with it and still wind up with millions of views on YouTube. If you have a tinny, distorted audio podcast, it sounds like people are far away and they're talking into an old soup can tied together with string. I don't care if you are the most brilliant mind on the planet, the most engaging comedian who has ever lived, nobody's going to be listening to you. Okay, so let's talk about the video side of things first, because that's super easy. I'm recording this on the Mevo camera with the battery pack included. That's going to set you back about $600. There's a ton of used ones out there. The first gen is fine. If you're interviewing people over the internet, there is no better tool than Zoom, ZOOM.us. Way better audio quality than Skype. Sorry, Microsoft, but Zoom is just killing it. So sign up for a free Zoom account. You can record right in that software, and you can always rip the audio off of it to create a podcast a little bit later. Audio is a lot more complicated. So we're going to talk about the actual physical stuff and the software. And this is where I say that I put out most of my content for free, realizing that because of actually my own podcasting and current syndicated radio hosting gigs, that a lot more people are going to find me than are going to be in a position to have my company come in and help them. And so I say, you know what, you can always kind of take these principles and DIY it if you're a brand new business. I've been a brand new business before, and I love helping people out. So that's totally cool. However, this one thing you need to pay somebody else to do, even if it's not me, because my company actually can't work in every single market in the United States. So you may just have to go out and find somebody. On the audio, you need really good mics. Here's how you find good quality mics for a cheap price. Not at the flippin' store, okay? Do not go to Guitar Center or any other, audio and music store and ask them, what you should get, because they will tell you that you should buy the thing that's been sitting on their shelf the longest, that they want to get rid of because you're somebody who doesn't know about audio, so they're going to take advantage of it. What you need to do is go out and find a college kid, or maybe somebody who volunteers at their local church and has a lot of audio experience. It doesn't have to be a standalone professional, but you need to have somebody that knows the audio world, because it's just going to be hundreds of hours for you to figure this out on your own, okay? So talk to them about what the best mics are. I use Sterling Audio ST59s. I'm not recommending them because they actually discontinued them for a newer model, and I'm not sure how those are. So these aren't even available anymore, so I can't recommend my mic. Get a decent audio board, and so you're about halfway there at that point. Then what you're going to want to do is record into, I think the gold standard is Adobe Audition. Now, again, I'm talking about podcasts to seriously reach people, move ideas around the world. If you just want to, talk about The Walking Dead each week with a friend of yours, and you don't care if it's only 5 people listening, it's okay. Just get the cheapest stuff you can and do something fun for your friends, okay? But to do this right, you really need to record into Adobe Audition, and you need additional software after that. So Adobe Audition is going to run you $20 a month, right there. Sorry, I'm doing this video in one take. I had to lock my cat in the bathroom because he likes to bite cords, and he's back there making a little noise. But this video is going to be gated, so that doesn't matter. Here's what gating is. Gating says that anything that's like sort of quiet or faint or in the background or humming needs to get pushed down and out of the video. So like, the sound of an air conditioning or the sound of cars driving by, that type of thing. Gating pushes that out. Processing is what makes your voice have a lot of presence, a lot of authority, a lot of tone to it. And every radio station in America is going to have processing on their microphones. And you can't, unfortunately, just walk down to your local Target and say, give me some audio processing. This has to be set up by a professional. That's why I said this is the one thing you need to hire somebody that knows what they're doing. So what you're going to do, as a recap, you're going to buy yourself a Mevo camera or something similar that will run an audio board into it. You are going to sign up for a Zoom account. And then you're going to contact an audio professional about squaring away your sound rig. And then you're going to record into Adobe Audition with gating and processing on it. And if you do those things, as I am going to unpack in other videos, it's not that hard to get to 10,000 downloads a month, okay? It's really not. But if you start out with a terrible product, I don't care if you thrash around for 10 years trying to do a podcast. It's not going to matter. Nobody's going to pay attention. Do it right, skip ordering pizza a few times, get the gear you need, and get your idea into the world.